real quickly?
Anything,
In case somebody's at home and they're thinking, you know what, I'm ready to go.
Always, squats is another good exercise. No weight.
What's the proper squat?
Proper squat. Again,
all right.
You want to line your knees up. You don't want to come over your toes, okay?
Uh-huh.
You want to sit straight back.
Straight back.
Yep.
Okay.
Go back up. And of course,
was my knee supposed to pop like that? Okay. All right. And how many?
You want to warm up about 20 to 25 reps on the squat. 1 to 2 sets.
Okay. All right. So foam rolling, because I know a lot of people in the gym, they try to work in the foam rolling when they're stretching, whether before or after. Do you prefer one or the other?
Well, you know, when I'm working with the athletes, I really encourage it because it really helps with the recovery of any exercises or activities you may have participated in before. And the endurance of the muscles, it really breaks them down so that when you are exercising again, they build the way that they should. And it's the same thing with stretching. Your muscles really conform to the way they should be when you stretch properly and you rub them out with them.
Well, you need to remove some of that fascia too, or loosen it up, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how long should somebody be foam rolling?
Maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay,
you don't want to do it too, right.
And should you be isolating one area, or should it be all over?
Well, there's different areas that you can do, but depending on how you feel, if there's a back problem you may have, or TI band issue you may have.
Yeah, IT band, always a big issue.
So it really depends.
All right, Mike Aegis, training room in Phoenix, 36th Street in Indian School, and on Twitter?
Yes, Training Room PHX.
Training Room PHX, all right, good to see you. Thanks,
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
All right.
With Advil, you'll ask, what backache? What sore wrist? What headache? What bad shoulder? Advil makes pain a distant memory. Nothing works faster, stronger, or longer than Advil. It's the world's #1 choice. What? Pain. Advil.
I've had over 12 root canals, about 15 crowns. They started falling out at the gum line. That's when I decided to go to Clear Choice. They talked to me about implants. When I learned about how the one day works, I wanted to have the procedure done the next day. I was gonna wake up and have a beautiful smile.
We're able to use our technology to help them to enjoy life without a denture, just with teeth that will be permanently in their mouths.
At Clear Choice, we're bringing hope to thousands here in the Valley of the Sun who suffer from missing or failing teeth.
The team is the entire center. You have myself, the prosthodontist, Dr. Galindo, and the lab. Everybody works as a team to get these folks not just a smile, but a new function, a new lease on life.
Call today for your free consultation. We'll walk you through the entire procedure, including costs.
To have the smile that I wanted back again was amazing. I would have done it a long time ago had I known about Clear Choice.
At Clear Choice, you're about to discover what you've been missing all these years. Call Clear Choice today.
Need a car but need a good deal? Visit Payless Auto Auction this Saturday to bid on over 300 cars, trucks, vans, and motorcycles. Bankruptcy, first-time car buyer, need a car for that teenager? Come to Payless Auto Auction. Easy, fun, and open to the public. Why pay retail when you can pay less? Featuring theft recovery, police impounds, builders, accident, and great fixer-uppers. Bidding starts at 8 a.m. this Saturday at 3245 West Broadway Road in Phoenix. Visit PaylessAutoAuction.com for more info. Why pay retail when you can pay less?
Nobody's supposed to sound that good at 8 o'clock in the morning, Georg.
Well, come on.
Georg Stangelberger, Phoenix Boys Choir. What a marvelous part of our community this organization has been since when?
1947.
Wow.
They're not that old, but I'm.
No, well, some of them look a little worn, but it may be the hour. That is part of the upcoming concert, is it
Yes,
not?
this is a piece from the I Never Saw Another Butterfly. Our upcoming concert is Vision for Peace. It's on March 4th and 5th. We're singing songs that explore for the war after actually, and then the peace after that. And what we're wanting to do is raise awareness for how difficult it is in the world at the moment, and trying to get people to understand peace is important, and we need to all work on that.
And probably nothing more important. The fourth is in one location.
The fourth is
fifth
at the Pinnacle Presbyterian Church at Happy Valley Road and Pima, and the fifth is at Camelback Bible Church on Stanford Avenue.
And how does the audience find out more about those locations, upcoming concerts, and also how to get the kids into the Phoenix Boys Choir?
We're always looking for boys. Well, our website is www.phoenixboyschoir.org, and you'll find all the information also there about signing up. We have programs like Sing for a Day once a month, where kids can just try out and see how, if they like the choir and how that is for them.
And there's actually a couple of other divisions also.
Yes, we
of
have
Phoenix
several.
Boys
This is
Choir.
the top choir. This is the tour choir, and we start as early as 7 years of age. The boys can enter and go through the ranks. The training choir is the youngest choir, then follows the cadet choir, and then the town choir. That leads then into the tour choir. So 4 different levels before you come to this choir. And yeah, and we tour around the world.
The youngest ones have a concert coming up very soon.
They have a concert coming up on February 20th, which is going to be at Central United Methodist Church, where they can show off their talent. It's a nice way of getting more stage experience for these young boys and for showing out to their parents.
And the variety of music is absolutely astounding. Not only vision for peace and the seriousness of those compositions, but also with the little ones, right? They're doing Benny Goodman, Sing, Sing, Sing.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a tremendous amount of variety, and what an incredible amount of entertainment. Once again now, the Vision for Peace concert is?
March 4th at Pinnacle Presbyterian Church, and March 5th at Camelback Bible Church.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Phoenix Boys Choir under the direction of Georg Stankelberger.
Thank you.
What I want to sing about. At Clorox 2, we've turned removing stains into a science.
Now 3 treats with Clorox 2.
Watch stains disappear right before your eyes. Remove 4 times more stains than detergent alone.
Think about it. There must be higher love down in the heart and in the stars above. Bring me a higher love I could rise above.
Do your legs ache, feel tired or heavy? How about bulging or spider veins? These are the symptoms of venous insufficiency, a completely treatable condition. Palm Vein Center, an accredited vein treatment center, offers individualized treatment and the best possible care. Safe, minimally invasive treatments done right in our office will have your legs feeling good and looking fantastic. Don't live with the pain or embarrassment of varicose veins. Call Palm Vein Center today at 623-201-4777 or visit palmveincenter.com.
Enamel is your teeth's first line of defense, but daily eating and drinking can make it weak. Try Colgate Enamel Health. It replenishes weak spots with natural calcium to strengthen enamel 4 times better. Colgate Enamel Health, stronger, healthy enamel.
Now it's time for the McMahon Minute on the Morning Scramble.
Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia found dead Saturday in his Texas home. He was 79. The true irony of the date is that it was the weekend before President's Day, and if anything will have a profound effect on this election. It absolutely will be this story. It changes the content of the debates, the priorities voiced in campaign speeches, and even the choice of the voters in November. The sudden loss of any Supreme Court justice has a major impact on the laws of the country. But when it comes to this court, -1 of its most conservative voices, well, the imagination runs wild. He made major decisions on gun rights, abortion, religion, and the continuation of capital punishment. And now he's gone, unexpectedly. And partisan politics grow to new heights. Should this sitting president select a successor to present to a Republican Congress for confirmation, or should that be the first job of the next chief executive? Hide the children. It's going to get crazy out there. I'm Pat McMahon.
Brought to you in part by York Dodge. You never have to leave town to get the vehicle, deal, or service that you want. See you at York.
Hey, it's great to have you on Morning Scramble here with us in North Central Arizona. We have some great guests today. We have the IRS with them. I tell you, we are going to hit the IRS today, and we're going to find out what we do and what's coming up for this tax season. Also, a movie studio that's doing something unusual. So that's what's going to be on Morning Scramble here coming up. So first of all, we're going to start off with the IRS. We have the Internal Revenue Service here. Bill Brunson, nice to have you back with us.
Sandy, thank you. We're going to take lemons and make lemonade.
Oh, I thought they were going to make them into tangerines. And Brian Watson, nice to have you with us as well.
Good morning, Sandy.
Well, and you're with the Criminal Investigation Division, which is a little different than just, you know, the normal, regular IRS stuff. Yeah, so we have some dramatic stuff to talk about that affect people and really are affecting people in Arizona. And well,
we've got everyday stuff that affect Arizonans too.
But you know, new tax season, people are starting to file. They can file this early.
Yes,
right?
they can. We started opening up the gates around the 19th of January, so people can submit their return electronically today, this minute, if they want to.
And people are doing
April
more of
18th.
those.
More and more.
Wow. Okay, and April 18th, so you're extending it for us a few days this year again?
Right. There's a special event that occurs in Washington that has an effect on the tax code. And so they celebrate it on the 15th. And because it's a federally recognized holiday, then the next day to submit a return happens to be a weekend, not a business day. So the next business day happens to be Monday, April the 18th, and that's when folks can submit their return. So everybody has 3 additional days to submit their federal income tax return.
Well, here's the real catch on that is that it's Patriots Day on the 17th. So you should make it the 17th so that we feel patriotic in paying the taxes to keep our country running.
But that's over the weekend.
Well,
so,
but I loved it when I saw Patriots Day. It's like,
well,
yeah.
but that's in Maine and Massachusetts that is celebrated.
Yeah, I've
and
never heard
those
of it
folks,
before, frankly.
Those folks have until the 19th.
Oh my gosh, you guys are just being Mr. Nice Guy this year, right?
It's the regulation.
I love it. Well, there's earned income tax credit again for
Yes.
some folks, so that's always nice, a little give back. Hey, and the IRS also, I have to say, they gave money to or did some special, you didn't give money, you did special suspension of things for the Missouri flood victims back there. That was a nice thing. You guys trying to be
If
like...
a person has an issue or a business with a natural disaster, there are certain things that come into play that allow that entity or that individual to file or submit their payment at a later date. It's just reasonableness.
Well, thank you, but I have to say sometimes the IRS isn't reasonable. I have some issues of my own, but that's okay.
All right. And I'd be happy to talk about it.
Okay, well, the first one, I'm going to bring this up like I'm just going to right off the bat.
Hammer us. Go ahead.
It is the estimated tax prepay thing.
Okay.
Estimate. Oh my goodness. Okay, so every quarter you have to, but here's the catch. Every quarter you have to pay
a certain amount in a certain amount of
to
time.
assuage what you assume is going to be your tax liability for the year.
Right.
Okay, but here's the catch with it. I know it's like cool because then you don't get to the end of the year and go, oh my God, I don't have like $10,000 or whatever. But here's the problem. You know, I think it should be like optional to pay. That's really cool. But let's say that you actually have enough money to pay whatever it is at the end. It should be your judgment. And the IRS charges you they fine you if you don't pay your estimated
It's called an
taxes.
underpayment penalty. And the law requires that you pay the correct amount in a specific amount of time. And if you don't, then there are penalties that can be assessed and most likely
All right, here's my
are
deal.
assessed.
This is the only organization, only business I know that charges you ahead of time and fines you if you don't pay ahead of time before it's due. I think you should wait till it's due, give you the option to pay these, and then when it's due, then if you haven't paid, then you get fined for the taxes if you can't pay the taxes. But to fine you for simply not making your estimated tax payments, because maybe you guys have to give me a refund. We don't know yet, you know. I don't understand why
But you got to write your congressperson.
Well, the IRS administers the laws that Congress enacts.
Okay.
But you've had
It's their fault. Dang
that
it, I knew
quarter,
it.
you have constructive receipt of those funds. And so there needs to be a payment made after the end of that quarter.
No,
So-
I understand your
so there's
rationale, but
a
I don't
time
agree
limit.
with it. I'm going to say that, Bill. We're going to sweeten this up because we have to say the IRS, good guys. You know, Brian, thank you. You brought me from
You're
the
such a
valley
good guy.
some citrus that you grew. Now, so this brings up the point that the IRS really are real people. You guys are real
Yes, we
people.
are.
You're compassionate. You have hearts, you have pets and kids and stuff.
We do.
Even if you work in the tough division like that,
Exactly.
the enforcement, because,
Exactly.
you know, seriously, you guys,
Well, we found, you know, most people follow the law and most people pay their taxes and
Yeah.
most people want to do the right things. But there are a few people out there that keep us busy, that prey on other people. And there's so many tax scams right now. And
Oh my
we just want to
gosh.
warn the public that we don't want them to fall for
now
it.
this is not new. I mean, there have always been tax scams. You have like a, you know, is it this in the
geez.
dirty dozen? Do you call these the dirty
Yes.
dozen kind
Every
of?
year,
Or,
every
we
year.
come out with the 12 most egregious tax scams
Yeah.
called the Dirty Dozen.
Uh-huh.
And those are the ones that we see affect the public the most, that we want to let them know so that they don't fall victim.
Sure. And we're going to wait till the second half to talk about the most egregious. I love that word, you know. But what's one that's, you know, that is happening? Maybe it's still on the dirty dozen, you know, that you want people to know about.
Well, the unsolicited emails, we call them phishing scams. You get an email that says it's from the IRS and that you need to click on a link and update your account, or maybe you get a small refund, or maybe it says you owe a little bit of money. And what they're trying to do is get you to click on that link. Well, that link takes you to a very, very bad place. It basically takes you to a page where they're either going to steal your information or get you to go to another link, and you don't want to click on that link. The thing to remember, we don't send unsolicited emails. We basically don't email you. We're not going to ask you to update your information. We have your information. You know, if we need to get a hold of you, we are going to send you a letter.
Okay, so, and we'll find out what the other way is that they contact you that the IRS does not. Now, I get emails from you, Bill, because you are, you know, on media, you're sending me the newest things that are coming up. So, again, okay, now here's an interesting thing. Now, what if, I didn't, but what if you owe money from the previous year? Because sometimes those taxes are hard to, you know, cough up.
Yes.
Then what do people do this year, and what does the IRS do about that? Is that scary?
First thing we're going to do is bill you, let you know that you owe X, or we're saying to you, we believe that you owe X. And you have the ability then to either be in agreement with or contest that assessment. And then if you're in agreement with it, then there's a whole host of different options for you to go to on irs.gov to select a payment method that fits your needs.
Okay.
So some of them are going to cost you money because there's a user fee.
You're going to find them.
And some of them aren't going to cost you money because it's just a simple in and out of your bank account where you're making a payment once at a time. Or you can go to another area, such as a credit union or bank, and borrow money and pay the taxes owed. But the biggest thing, Sandy, we find is that people don't communicate with the IRS once they've been assessed a bill. Actually been saying, hey, you owe X for the prior year. You owe $200.
And maybe they
you owe
don't realize.
$2,000.
Yeah.
Well,
they don't realize that you guys actually will work with them.
We will work,
you know,
with
and
the
work out
taxpayer.
a plan, a payment plan that actually works before you send them to Brian's division to like go take their car.
That's willful intent on the
We'll
taxpayer.
talk about that coming
now,
up.
A person could have an issue where they may have an asset seized, but they haven't been talking with the IRS.
Working it out.
They haven't been coming to the table and talking with us.
And trust me, I actually did this one time, and the IRS was very, very good about trying to work it out. You know, we got to go to break already. Do you believe it? 8 minutes just like that.
Oh, no.
All right. Yeah. So we're talking with the IRS. We're going to be right back, and we're going to talk about something you really need to be careful about. All right. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm the tax man.
Do you want holiday pricing and hometown hospitality? Prescott Honda's got it during the Honda President's Day sale.
Get presidential savings all month long at Prescott Honda. Hurry in for our best selection of new Hondas and drive a new Civic for only $149 a month. A new Accord, only $179 a month. Or a new CRV, just $199 a month.
Prescott Honda on Willow Creek Road or
PrescottHonda.com.
We were born do-it-yourselfers. We've always known how to build it, fix it, or install it. Every project has a value. We are here for guidance needed, teaching amateurs to do it like a pro. What is true accomplishment worth? We're Prescott True Value, locally owned, giving you empowerment to do it yourself. We're so much more than a hardware store.
Sometimes the most fun is when you experience the unexpected. When trying new things becomes your old favorite. And when you discover a taste of heaven on earth. And then ending your perfect day by winning. What's your adventure?
Come play and stay with packages starting at $84.95.
Cliff Castle Casino Hotel, the perfect place to play.
There's something to be said for exploring the world around you. Why should snacking be any different? Discover all 9 flavors of our creamy cheese and tap into your curiosity. The Laughing Cow. Reinvent snacking.
It's a taste so bold, yet so smooth, it could only be called Black Silk. From Folgers, a taste you can enjoy fresh brewed, or 1 cup at a time. Black Silk from Folgers.
If you drive your car out past the street, if you try to sit out past your seat, if you get too cold out past your heat.
And we are back with the Internal Revenue Service. That's right, we are finding the scoop so that we know how to stay on their good side. Okay, so here's a question I have now. I happen to have heard that the IRS code is like this big.
Yeah.
Obviously, have you ever read this whole thing? It's like
Some of it.
bigger than the Bible or whatever. Okay, but I mean, it's hard to know. Even the IRS has hard time knowing everything that's in there, so obviously people aren't. But my question is, why can't that be like simplified?
Congress.
Because I spend all super day. Now I keep up with my taxes. I have other little business things. I keep up with my logging all my stuff
Yeah.
in, But Super Bowl weekend came and I had to spend the whole weekend, not with my family, not eating like seafood bakes, not, watching the Super Bowl with them, doing taxes. And I was so exhausted that I flopped out and watched the Super Bowl at the end. But I mean, can't we make it easier than that?
The Internal Revenue Service administers the tax laws. It's Congress that...
Check with your congressman.
It's Congress that creates the tax laws, and...
But they don't know. Do you guys make suggestions like, here's a suggestion to make this easier?
And we provide statistics, but they're the ones that take that information and
Because
then...
one thing's making it really hard on me, and that is when you have like a rental or something, you have to break down now instead of just supplies.
Right.
You have to break it down. Repairs under 500, repairs over 500, appliances, regular like office.
But you're talking
hard.
general accounting procedures.
Yeah, well, it's tough, Bill. I'm just telling you. Okay, so now I feel so much better, and I'm going to talk to my congressman.
Well, that's fine, please.
Okay, but something really important, and we were talking about this before, is that consumers are getting defrauded in huge numbers, and it's not you guys. What's happening on this?
The phone scam. This thing is terrible, and we're trying to warn everybody not to fall for it. They're unsolicited phone calls, people claiming to be from the IRS. They're high pressure, they demand money. We don't do business that way. The number one thing we can tell people is don't engage, hang up. You don't have to be nice to these people. There's too many people in our country that are too trusting, too nice. They get a phone call, it must be the IRS. They're not lying to me.
And the
but they
IRS
are.
is scary because you can levy serious things like we were talking about Wesley
and that's
Snipes.
why
he went to prison for 3 years for getting a bad tax preparer.
Well, it was a little more than that.
But Mr. Snipes, we talked with him and came to the table and talked and that. And he stuck.
Mr. Snipes said, I screwed up.
Yeah.
But these phone scammers, they make hundreds of calls. And I recently did a public outreach, and I did a show of hands. How many people have received the calls? Every night it was either a third or a half. I've received the call. My mom's received the call. But you know what? I've trained my mom. I've told her,
hang up.
We don't call. She knows it, and she actually plays around with them a little bit and asks them questions. But we don't recommend that. Just hang up. But they don't. They can make hundreds of calls a day, and they only have to be successful one time. But we do not call people.
Because they're exacting money out of you.
And we do not call people, and we do not demand money. So
and
just
so
hang up.
You can't hang up, and that's the thing, though. If you thought this was the IRS and you hang up, it's like scarier. I mean, as a citizen, that's scary.
You know what they do? This is the worst part about it. They can actually spoof a phone number and make it say IRS or make it have a Washington, D.C. number. But they will actually follow it up and say, you know what, we're with the Prescott PD or we're with Yavapai County, and we just got an arrest warrant from the IRS and we're coming over to your house. How scary is that?
It's terribly. So what will the IRS never do?
We will not call people up and demand money. We are going to, if you have an issue, as Bill was talking about earlier, we're going to send you a letter. We'll send you a bill.
And then you call the IRS.
Well, and then you can correspond. So And if you ever have doubts with your account, you can call us directly, 1-800-829-1040.
And we will be happy to discuss the issue with you. But the thing is
we have almost 900,000 people that have gotten these calls. Is that right? Is that the stats?
More.
Right? More?
And those are light numbers, Sandy.
That's 1 million people.
Yeah.
How much money are they making off the people illicitly? Lots?
Well, over $26.5 million we know of that.
Oh my gosh, and that's money that's gone, that is not going to your actual bills.
Exactly.
And there's not a tax write-off for that sort of
and you
thing.
guys aren't going to call, you're not going to ask for personal information?
Over the phone,
all that stuff?
No.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, if you were to get a legitimate call from the Internal Revenue Service, it's going to be an ongoing issue, and you're going to have knowledge of it where you're working with a revenue officer
you're gonna know who
or
that
revenue
is
agent, and you're going to have some knowledge. But an
Okay.
unsolicited, out-of-the-blue call, no way.
All right, and this is also happening, ID theft.
Yes.
I mean, it is in all aspects of our life. People are stealing your identity, and they're using your getting credit cards on your name and spending money and ruining your credit. This is happening in connection with the IRS.
So what they're doing is someone is filing a tax return for you, but you don't really want them to, because basically it ties up your account, it ties up your refund. And what they're doing is these criminals have found that it's a lot safer to steal from the government by instead of robbing a bank, they're just like stealing from the government. And you go to file, you get a letter from us saying you've already filed, and we only ask for one return a year.
And we already issued your refund.
Right, we don't ask for 2 returns a year, just 1. But it could hold up your refund for 6 months.
Because the IRS can't really tell whether it's the real person or the identity thief because they have all the same information?
The way our process works, by the time it may take months for us to figure it out, and we go back and look, and all of a sudden we realize that was a false W-2.
And the refund's already issued, and then what?
But now, if your refund was tied up, you will get your refund.
Okay.
That's not an issue.
Okay.
And you're not going to be liable for anything. But it is stressful and it's time consuming. So we have a special program. We have a special number people can call. We'll give you a special PIN number so it doesn't happen the following year. And we actually, we're talking to local jurisdictions. So let's say this happens to someone in Prescott or someone in Phoenix or someone. You can actually go to we encourage you, local police department, and file a police report, and we have a special number we can call. You can call with us.
We have a special unit.
And we'll give you a PIN number so it doesn't happen again, and you will get your money back. Your account will be cleared, but it will just take some time.
It's going to take some time,
it's not
like
the end of the world.
any ID. But I mean, this is a really pretty ingenious thing for crooks to do. And not so pleasant. What happens to the crooks? You get the crooks?
We actually prosecute them. We have. I can give you some cases where they've gone to jail in excess of 20 years. They might think it's just a white collar crime and it's just stealing from the government, but it's a felony. These are felony crimes. People go for a long time. So we've gotten some huge sentences.
Good. Well, because when they steal your credit card stuff, I've talked to the credit card companies and I say, they stole from me. I mean, I know you're writing it off and thank you very much, but it makes me upset that they're doing this. Are you guys going after them? They go, I don't know, that's the whatever. I don't even know if they catch those guys. That makes me upset. So I'm glad actually you guys go after and get them, because you do. You've gotten some great criminals. We'll talk about that next time. People who purposely, as you were saying, with malice, try to defraud the IRS in one way or the other, whether it's a citizen or a crook.
So if you don't have a problem like that, but you need a form or a quick answer, go to irs.gov.
Easy.
Our website. You can download current year forms. You can even file your current year taxes returns, your current year return for free.
There you go.
irs.gov.
It's easy. Love it. For free. IRS.gov. You might have to pay. That's not free. And if you make friends with the IRS, you might get some citrus. So thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Bill. Nice to have you guys on with us again. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, don't go away. We have a movie studio that is open to the community. We'll be right back.
Tim's Family Auto Group now offers complimentary concierge service. Too busy for a service appointment? Tim's will pick up your car anywhere in the Quad City area and have it serviced for you. Or drop off your car for a prearranged service appointment and take advantage of the concierge member $10 an hour car rental so you can run your errands. Concierge members now have access to Tim's no hassle, no appointment drive-up service. Tim's Concierge Service, making your life a little less stressful.
Do you love to win prizes? Pick up a copy of Arizona Player at casinos, hotels, visitor centers, AJ's Fine Foods, or go online to ArizonaPlayer.com or their Facebook page. Win concert and sports tickets, gift cards, casino getaways. Plus, you'll find tips to play better poker, blackjack, and slots, and entertainment stars coming to town. It's all inside Arizona Player.
I have asthma, one of many pieces in my life. So when my asthma symptoms kept coming back on my long-term control medicine, I talked to my doctor and found a missing piece in my asthma treatment.
Once daily Brio prevents asthma symptoms. Brio's for adults with asthma not well controlled on a long-term asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Brio won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Brio opens up airways to help improve breathing for a full 24 hours. Brio contains a type of medicine that increases the risk of death from asthma problems and may increase the risk of hospitalization in children and adolescents. Brio is not for people whose asthma is well controlled on a long-term asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Once your asthma is well controlled, your doctor will decide if you can stop Brio and prescribe a different asthma control medicine, like an inhaled corticosteroid. Do not take Brio more than prescribed. See your doctor if your asthma does not improve or gets worse.
Ask your doctor if 24-hour Brio could be a missing piece for you. See if you're eligible for 12 months free at mybrio.com.
When you watch Seinfeld, it's laughter guaranteed.
May I have one of those, madam?
Seinfeld.
Weeknights starting at 9 on AZTV 7. Here's your 3-day weather forecast, brought to you by Prescott True Value. We're so much more than just a great hardware store.
And we are back with C-Bar Studios. Now, last year we had a big movie that came out with C-Bar, your very first movie. This is different news. Anyway, nice to have you back. Now, Mark Bauer, you did the movie C-Bar. Nice to have you on with us again. And Jim Robb, a new guest.
Nice to be here,
So,
Sandy. Thank you.
Jim, first of all, let's say, what is C-Bar Studios? Tell us what that is first.
Hey, great question. And just to fill you in for a minute, when I met Mark, I lived here in Prescott for the last 5 years, and I kept going to the Palace, and you'd see the Junior Bonner poster. They would talk about Tom Mix, and when I saw Mark's movie, I went, wait a minute here. Why don't we put a studio in Prescott? And the reason for that is a couple things. One of the things I kept seeing, and growing up in the Midwest and watching old Westerns, I said, everybody wants to be a movie star. And I lived in LA for years and watched everybody that lived in my building and that they were all, aspiring actors and actresses. And one of the things that Mark did, which was really kind of fascinating, when these guys made their movie, I go, how did you fund that? How did you get that funded? And he goes, oh, Jim, it was really, really easy. We had people that we charged them $2,500 to be in a scene. And they actually had people that came and they came and paid $6,000 to $8,000 to be in scenes.
To be a movie star.
To be a movie star. So I started thinking about this, and I said, how many people are doing the bucket list? How many people are aspiring actors? How many people want to be in commercials? And I said, what if we opened up and made a studio where we're still doing the episodic adventures, but you can be in the episodic adventure and fulfill your bucket list.
Okay, so how does this differ from like a normal studio now? Are people still going to come in and go, I can pay you more so I get to be in it? Or are they still going to audition for a movie you've written? Or is this a movie they want to do? What? Tell me.
Could be a combination of all.
Okay.
So.
Because did you write the last one, Mark? I thought so. Yeah, you wrote that first big C-Bar movie.
The thing that fascinated me was the quality of the movie that they did, for how they got it funded. Was just fascinating.
Amazing, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend down in Hollywood that they're looking for $180 million for a series like I.
And you just hope you make it back. Not everything's a big fat Greek wedding, right?
Exactly. So if we look at this, we're looking at it. So how do we continue for not a lot of money and have fun with this too, and help the community? The other point on this, Sandy, is if you look at economic development, which is a real issue, I think, for our area. I got with Helen over at the Yavapai Media and Film School.
Helen Stevenson,
Helen Stevenson. I said, we want to hire your students to come in so they can have a future as well.
So they can learn all kinds of aspects of movie making, these students, as well as not just acting, I guess.
Absolutely. Everything from screenwriting, directing, and we want them in budgeting. We want them involved in that.
It takes a lot to put a movie together and to get it on the screen.
Well, it's funny, because when you watch a movie, and whether you watch it on Netflix or whatever you're doing, and you go to the end and you leave, please watch the credits, because you'll see how many people it takes to make a movie. It's really fascinating.
Some of them are practically as long as the movies now, because they put everybody in. That used to be just your main people, and now they put all the gaffers, all the, everybody, the stand-ins, the whole thing, which is fascinating. And of course, I watch them and I go, oh, there's a Moss. Look, he was doing the photography, cinematography. No, it's kind of fun.
Well, it is.
But it's important because that's how it's made. Now, where would these movies be seen? How would you market these?
Well, that's a great question. Right now, from a distribution standpoint, it's all on YouTube and getting the word out there. I'm hoping that we can find. I've got some contacts in Los Angeles that. Are doing a lot of international. So an example would be for Western movies, if we think about it, China, Japan, Germany, and the UK are absolutely excited about.
Oh yeah, how do you feel about this, Mark? I mean, this is your baby, and now it's going big.
Oh, it's great fun.
Yeah.
Gives me the opportunity to keep going.
Right, so you'll be writing more, you'll be acting more, that kind of thing, and we're going to be seeing this. How soon? Is this?
Well, we're ready to go today. So what I want to do is we're still filming on location, but my objective is to get a studio in Prescott. So I'd like to get about 10,000 square feet that we can start to film. So in other words, if the weather's bad and somebody from Germany has come over to do their bucket list, Well, we'll film.
You got an
and all
indoor
sides of-
place. I know
we
it's
got an
like.
indoor place.
I want to know why the Green Bay Packers don't have an inside.
Because it's real football,
arena.
Sandy.
Come on, and they know that the opposition is going to get frozen out. But anyway,
Yeah.
That's right.
But yes, the studio gives you some options, and we want to see this thing up and running, really going. And
Yeah,
it's
we're
coming
excited.
up.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
excited about it, and it's something that's great for the whole area.
All right, and people get a hold of you with their scripts or with their interests or whatever.
Absolutely.
Okay, c-bar-ranch.com?
Correct.
All right, and they can find out more information.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us,
Yeah,
Jim
thanks, Sandy.
Robb.
Very nice meeting you.
Mark Bauer, nice to have you back. All right, don't go away. When we come back, we will have a little closeout on our morning scramble. But I wanted to let you know that you can save thousands on your new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram at York during Ram Truck Month. That's right, you can buy a brand new 2016 Ram 1500 Express Quad Cab for only $25,880. How about saving $5,000 off on a new Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4 or Jeep Overland 4x4? That's right, you can see more Ram Truck Month specials right at York.com. Get over there. You never have to leave town to get the vehicle dealer service you want. We'll see you at York.
Sometimes we can all use a little hope, motivation, and answers to life's questions. Let New York Times bestselling author Joyce Meyer show you a fresh perspective on how the Bible applies to your everyday life at the Joyce Meyer Conference.
I knew I had to be here this weekend. I didn't know why, and now I understand why.
Discover a joy that goes deeper than your circumstances. We'd love to see you at the Joyce Meyer Conference. For more details, go to joycemeyer.org.
I get out of work and I go to the store and somebody be smelling around. I smell cookies. I said, oh no, you just smelled me. I just got out of work. That's Honey Bunches of Oats. That's all. I said, don't eat me now.
You want to find chemistry with a career you love, and let's face it, you'll look pretty good in a lab coat. How about a career in pharmacy technology? Carrington College is training the next generation of pharmacy technicians, and in less than a year, you could be one of them. The only warning on this label, your new career may cause positive side effects. So what are you waiting for? Call 877-777-1508 or visit carrington.edu today.
It's wedding in a week, day 2.
Come on out, Brittany.
So will our bride say, I do?
Wow.
Mom's crying already!
To the dress of her dreams? Next, Rachel.
Today at 9 on AZTV 7 Cable 13.
Today's show has been brought to you in part by York Dodge. You never have to leave town to get the vehicle, deal, or service that you want. See you at York.
And speaking of movies, we are going to continue this movie thing. Coming up, we will have tomorrow the Hall of Fame stuntman with us. Yes, a famous Hall of Fame stuntman for the movies, also an international movie fest. So join us for that. Right after this is Rachel Ray, 9 o'clock. She always has great guests. Today it will be Malcolm Jamal Warner. So join Rachel Ray at 9 o'clock as well. Thanks to my great guests, Bill Brunson with the Internal Revenue Service, as well as Brian Watson. He's with the IRS Criminal Division, Investigation Division. That gives us a lot of good information on the IRS for this year. We don't want to get in trouble with them. And also Jim Robb, Mark Bauer, joining us with C-Bar Studios, coming up with a great concept. You can be in the movies. You can have your own movies. So we'll wait to get more news on that. Thanks so much for joining us today on Morning Scramble. Hope to see you right here for more movie stuff tomorrow.
Thanks for watching AZTV 7, Arizona's own.
Today on Rachel Ray.
She said yes!
Now that Brittany said yes, TLC's Randy Finoli is going to help her say yes to the dress as Wedding in a Week continues.
Wow.
Say yes to Burger Night.
It's a good thing I'm over here, I'm not drooling on the dresses.
And the People vs. O.J. Simpson's Malcolm Jamal Warner is helping Ray Trapper head around some brain games.
Doesn't matter how many brain cells you've killed.
And now, are you ready for Rachel?
Okay, welcome everybody. This is Brittany, and we have bubbly in our glasses because she is a bride-to-be, and this is day 2 of our wedding in a week. Cheers. So, we were just chatting that